Welcome to Reels on Wheels, the show where Irene and I go see a movie, and then on the drive home we talk about it. And on today's show...
This guy's birthday, just saying.
No!
Yesterday.
This girl's
Yesterday
birthday!
was his birthday, today's my birthday.
We're going to see The Mummy?
Oh my god. Okay, so backstory, like we've been talking about seeing The Mummy for the past few episodes, and then when it released and I saw like the lackluster reviews, I was like,
Maybe
I don't know if we
see
need
it.
to see this.
Yeah.
But Justin really wanted to see it, and then the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Let's go see it.
I rewatched the Brendan Fraser 1999 action-adventure film, The Mummy.
Hello, Brendan Fraser in the 90s. He was my high school boyfriend. One of them.
Okay. I was like, not Marty McFly?
Well, yeah, Marty too.
Okay.
and Mulder.
I did eye roll a bunch, like, oh
Did
my
you
god. Yeah,
really?
it's really corny.
Wait a minute. Okay, it's lighthearted, right?
It's lighthearted.
With Rachel Weisz.
It's a romp.
It's a romp in sand.
Yes,
Okay.
a romp in the sand.
All right.
As opposed to a romp in the hay. What are your expectations for the movie?
This is the first movie that I am gonna go in straight up trolling. I'm just gonna like, I am so ready to make fun of it. At the same time, those are usually my last words before I come out of the theater, and I'm like, that was pretty good.
As ridiculous as the first trailer was, it still looked like a fun action-adventure movie with Tom Cruise.
I love him, which is why my bar is set a little high for this one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like for him. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this one. I'm the one who's pretty forgiving about movies.
Yeah.
So I like Baywatch, you know. So.
And this is supposed to kickstart
The dark universe world that Universal Studios is trying to build.
They're trying to do their own Avengers.
Exactly, which is, I'm worried about that. No one is asking for these movies, are they? Did somebody do a test that's like, hey, we want to bring back Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Frankenstein? And...
Well, it's really weird. What are they going to do when they get all together?
I know, do they get together?
And then do they...
Like, who cares if they're building this universe? Are they going to, like, eradicate the world together?
I have no idea.
Get what their plan
because
is.
If you look at the list, the lineup they have, I don't understand why these monsters would hang out. Like the Invisible Man, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Phantom of the Opera. Like, what is he gonna do?
Right. What is their overall goal?
They're spending a ton of money on this. They're like cashing in all their chips.
I mean, to start out with a Tom Cruise helmed vehicle, they're putting a lot of money into this.
And then to look down the line and be like, oh my god, we got Javier Bardem as the Frankenstein monster. We have Johnny Depp.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Johnny Depp is playing the Invisible Man.
Oh, what a waste! So they're putting all the chips on the dark universe.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know what? If this one turns out to be a dud, I'm still gonna give the dark universe a chance. I think I'm open to it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. I just don't know what the end game is.
I don't get it.
With that being said, I remain optimistic because Take two. My phone got overheated.
Editing. Yeah.
Because we were talking so much mad shit about the Dark Universe franchise. We'll be right back. Yeah.
2 hours.
Is it 2 hours?
I think it's exactly 2 hours.
So we just saw The Mummy with Tom Cruise. And what are your thoughts? How do you feel? First impressions.
I feel... Okay, there are a couple fun moments.
Yeah.
But I mostly feel insulted.
Insulted? Why?
Because they kind of assumed that we didn't know what was going on.
Oh,
there was a very heavy-handed with the exposition and the circling back of things.
Yeah.
How about you? Initial thoughts?
It's not as bad as everyone says it is. I can tell you what I liked. I liked the Mummy.
Like the actual Mummy?
The Sofia Boutella.
I liked her too.
I liked her, and so I feel like I don't agree with the ending.
You don't like the ending?
Spoilers? Is Tom Cruise the Mummy?
She's dead. I think Tom Cruise is now the new monster, and it's like, I appreciated where they were trying to go with the struggle of good and evil within man, but
yeah, but like now he is literally death.
My overall banner is like, I don't care. The whole time I'm like, I don't care. The chemistry that they were trying to make with Tom Cruise and the leading lady, didn't care. No chemistry. The chemistry between him and Joe Johnson, Jake Johnson, the funny guy, the funny sidekick, didn't really believe they were actual friends.
I liked Russell Crowe.
I liked Russell Crowe too.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I hated.
Okay.
I hated that you already knew he was in the movie. I wish they didn't.
I know.
I wish they didn't show you. I wish that was a surprise for everyone watching the movie because it was been a breath of fresh air. I didn't like Jake Johnson. He was a plot device that they literally ripped off of American Werewolf in London. He dies and then he comes back to life as like this zombie. And
a zombie Jiminy Cricket?
A zombie exposition.
He comes back and helps him.
And he doesn't really help him. He just tells people like, okay, now this is where what we're doing now in the movie. At majority of the time, I didn't like Tom Cruise. I don't think he fit the role. I actually thought this movie would have been a lot more enjoyable if it was Brendan Fraser.
It would have been great to see him again.
Because they threw in this campiness. There were certain lines.
It wasn't sure what it wanted to be.
Yes. It should have just been like a straight up action adventure where the humor
peppered in.
Jake Johnson's character was annoying the whole time.
Yeah.
He wasn't funny. He's like, I hate you,
forced.
Nick. You did this to me. The dialogue is terrible.
It's bad.
Pretty bad.
The whole movie up until Russell Crowe was complete shit. When the fight between him and Tom Cruise, when he becomes Hyde, that's where I was like, ooh, this is where it gets interesting. Okay.
When they introduced Perigio, I don't know what it was called. That was the name of the affiliation that he's with.
Oh, I didn't even catch the name of his team.
Oh, this is where they start building the universe.
And then the really heavy-handed references to the future movies in the lab,
they had like the fags. Like, what's that? There is a nod to the '99 Brendan Fraser movie.
Where?
So when Tom Cruise is fighting Jekyll.
Okay.
And then Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny.
I was having that in my head too.
When Jenny is trying to get to Tom Cruise and the soldiers are like, you can't, you don't want to be in that room.
Yeah.
She knocks him out with the book.
Yeah.
That's the Book of the Dead.
Oh, I was
the
wondering.
Scarab,
okay.
The Book of the Dead with the star seal. Because they focus on it, it lands, and
I
you're
had
like,
a feeling that had a significance. I thought it was foreshadowing for another movie,
no,
but no,
that's
it is a nod.
That is the Book of the Dead.
A throwback.
From the moment. So that was cool. He runs a lot. Oh my God, he does so much Tom Cruise.
Running.
If you love Tom Cruise running, there is a shit ton of it in this movie. It's not as bad as people are saying, but it's not very good.
No, I was bored.
There's like
I was
45
sitting
minutes
through it like, oh my God. The mummy effects were really good.
Yeah, I like the mummy stuff. She got the shit end of the stick at the end, where Tom Cruise, is like, oh, I want to save Jenny because I love her. But
that was dumb. That was so dumb.
Did he though? He stabs himself. He becomes the demon Set. He's conflicted. So he's like he's like Jekyll and Hyde. He's like half good, half evil. Saves Jenny. Sofia Boutella turns into she gets all dried up.
Back to being her mummified self.
Put her in a coffin.
Poor thing. Poor girl.
I like Tom Cruise when he was not saying anything. When he was fighting mummies,
he's fine to look at, but when he opens his mouth,
when he opens his mouth and he's like, "Hey, am I snarky today, or do I care?"
The plot, it just assumes you don't know what's up. Whenever Jenny would be like, "Come on, we gotta move the plot forward," and he'd be like, "Huh? You just spent the last hour talking about what it requires to save the world. Like, why are you shocked at what the solution is?"
I was trying to decide if I liked Tom Cruise in the role. And the moment when I was like, no, was when he was having his drink with Jekyll, or Dr. Jekyll. He's like, and then he was just like, yeah, Doc. So let's. What are you gonna do? You gonna fix me, man? Like, yeah, let's do that. Like, he was so dumbfounded. They're trying to set him up that he's a dick, and the whole time I was just kind of like,
not buying it. Yeah, that's where the disconnect was. That's a really good point. I agree on the items that you liked.
It had moments. So with that being said.
Small moments.
I give it a wheels. Don't go see it in the theater.
Huge wheels.
Just wait for it. Yeah.
Wrap this up.
Now that we've unraveled the mummy for you,
let's bury this.
Bye.
Bye.
So for Wheels on, oh my God, was that right?
Yeah.
It's
the heat. This heat is 95 today, you guys.
Welcome to Life Metaphors.
Oh, we were recording that whole time.
Yeah. Welcome to Reels on Wheels, the show that takes place in a car to and from the theater.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. And then there's like, he's riding and there's just like fart sand just blowing.
Off to their next adventure. To almond shock about how much of a mess this movie is.
Yeah. And
yeah, when they're, yeah.
Was that the pun you were
That's the pun!